Hi, I'm Dr. Doug Pattison. I'm a practicing chiropractor. I've been in practice for 20 years. I'm here today with the Chiropractors Association of Saskatchewan, the Saskatchewan Workers' Compensation Board, and Safe Saskatchewan. Today what we're going to cover is how the back functions, how injuries occur, injury prevention strategies, and what happens if you do get injured. How the back works. Let's introduce you to your spine. The spine is made up of 5 components. Your cervical spine or neck has 7 bones. The thoracic spine or mid-back has 12 bones. That's the area your ribs attach to. Your low back or your lumbar spine, which is going to be the focus of this presentation, is 5 bones. Below the lumbar spine is a large bone, triangular shape, called the sacrum, and at the bottom is a coccyx or a tail. Common ways to injure your back. There are 3 main types of back injury. One-time trauma, you lift something that's just too heavy. Prolonged load or altered posture. You hold a position for too long a period of time. Last but not least, repetitive strain injuries. The concept of fatigue is an important one. It makes all 3 other types of injuries worse. It changes your ability to make decisions. In summary, we want you to avoid the 3 injury types. Overexertion, just because you can lift it doesn't necessarily mean you should. Prolonged load, switch it up, and remember, load is also posture. Be mindful of your posture. And repetitive strain injuries, switch up activities with other people or switch your activities up yourself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Rutledge. I've been a chiropractor for over 10 years. Here are a series of simple warm-ups and stretches you can do to maintain a healthy back or prepare for lifting and moving objects throughout your workday. Standing spinal rotation. Place your hands on your hips and slowly rotate to the right. Hold for 10 seconds. Return to center and rotate to the left. Hold for 10 seconds. Palms out upper back stretch. Interlock your fingers with palms facing out. Gently stretch forward. Hold for 10 seconds. Standing back extension. Stand with feet shoulder width apart. Place your hands on your hips. Gently lean back. Hold for 10 seconds. Posterior shoulder stretch. Bring your right hand over your left shoulder. Place your left hand behind your right elbow. Gently push towards left shoulder. Turn your head to the right. Hold for 10 seconds, then repeat on the opposite side. Wrist extensor stretch. Reach your right arm out in front of your body. Use your left hand to gently pull the back of your hand. Hold for 10 seconds, then repeat on the opposite side. Wrist and finger warm up. Keeping both arms straight out in front of your body, extend your wrists to point your fingers to the sky. Curl your hands into a fist. Repeat 3 times. Side neck stretch. Sitting or standing tall. Slowly bring your left ear down to your left shoulder, being careful not to raise your shoulders. Repeat on the opposite side. Hold for 10 seconds. Wrist flexor stretch. Bring the palms of your hands flat together with the fingers pointed down. Pull your hands up towards your chest until you feel a stretch. Repeat with fingers pointed towards the ceiling, pushing palms down towards the ground. Standing side bend. Raise your right arm above your head. Keep your arm in line with your ear. Let your left arm relax in front of your body. Lean to the left and hold for 10 seconds. Repeat on the opposite side. Standing chest stretch. Start with hands clasped behind your back. Slowly lift your hands and arms away from your body. Hold for 10 seconds. Be sure to perform these throughout your day to maintain a healthy back or prepare for lifting.
Injuries involving the back can include joint dysfunction, sprains and strains, pinched nerves, fracture, degeneration, and tears. Discs can be injured. Discs are like jelly donuts, soft and squishy on the inside and firm on the outside. Depending on where you put the pressure on the disc is where the jelly is transferred to. For example, if you push on the jelly donut as far away from you, then the discal material is pushed to the back. The problem with the disc is it's weak in the back corners. So if we're in flex positions for long periods of time, the disc material moves to the back where it's weak, where the spinal cord exists, and as well the spinal nerve roots are. We have the sacroiliac joints, which are the base of the spine between the hips and the sacrum. That can be injured as well. The human head weighs approximately 10 pounds. So, Chris, could you put your arms over your head? For long periods of time, those muscles have to work to hold the head above the shoulders. But there's a minimum amount of work when it's balanced above the neck. Chris, one more inch forward. Good. Another inch forward. Another inch forward. Could you do that for a long period of time comfortably?
Probably not.
No. For every inch ahead of the gravity line the head travels weighs another 10 pounds. Holding the head for long periods of time ahead of the gravity line could result in a postural strain. The impact of back pain. Back pain doesn't just affect you physically. There are many other components as well. 85% of workers will suffer back pain sometime in their lifetime. 15% of injuries will have people off work for over a month. 1 in 8 Canadians at any given time have low back pain. When we talk about impact of low back pain on the workplace, there's two parts to it. Impact on the employer, impact on the employee. As far as the employer, there's loss of productivity, absenteeism, backfill and retraining, increased cost to the employers. The other impact is on the employee. And for us, this is the most important. There's physical, it hurts. Psychological, low back pain that doesn't go away could lead to depression. Social, when you can't play with your child because your back hurts, that hurts. And last but not least, financial. Back pain is a pain in the wallet. A good way to keep your back strong is to regularly perform simple, effective exercises. Here's Dr. Dan Rutledge to demonstrate these exercises.
Today I'll be demonstrating 4 exercises. They're portable, they can be done anywhere, they can be done at home, at the gym, or at the office. The important thing about these exercises is to make them part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. You can make it part of your routine by setting a reminder on your watch or your phone, doing it on commercial breaks. Trying to tie it to something that happens regularly through your day is a good way to make it part of your routine. Start with the bird dog. This position can be held 2 times 10 seconds on each side. I'll have you start on your hands and knees on the floor, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Next, we'll have you extend your right leg out the back and your left hand out the front. You want to try to keep in a straight line from the tip of your fingers to the tip of your toes. You're going to be engaging your core muscles, and you can do that by bracing as if for an impact. While you're in this position, you'll keep your shoulders and hips flat and your nose pointed to the floor. You'll hold this position for 10 seconds, then lower your leg and hand, and then repeat with the opposite side. The next exercise is the plank. You hold this one for 2 times 10 seconds as well. To set up for this exercise, start with your elbows underneath your shoulders on the ground, with your toes on the ground, and then raise your hips. You're looking to keep your ears in line with your shoulder, in line with your hips, in line with your heels, so that you're a nice straight line. In this position, you're going to squeeze your glutes and tighten your abdominals. Remember to breathe slowly and hold for 10 seconds. If this version of the plank is too challenging, a simpler way of doing it is having your knees on the ground instead of your toes, and you're still focusing on keeping your ears in line with your shoulders and your hips and then knees. Our next exercise is also a plank, but this one is performed on the side. Start with your elbow on the ground in line with your shoulders. The sides of your feet will be on the ground with your top foot in front of your bottom foot. Again, you'll engage your core muscles and lift your pelvis. You'll stay in a straight line by keeping your nose in line with your belly button and your toes. Breathe slowly and hold this position for 10 seconds. If this progression is too challenging, you can start with your knees on the ground instead. The final exercise is a modified crunch. Same as the other exercises, you're going to hold this position for 2 sets of 10 seconds. Start by lying on your back with one knee bent and the other leg still straight out. Place your hands palms down under the arch of your low back and lift your elbows slightly off the ground. There isn't a lot of movement in this exercise. You will just roll your shoulder blades 1 inch off the floor and hold that for 10 seconds. Again, remember to engage your core. Remember to breathe.
Safe lifting. An important part of back safety is to lift properly. Plan the lift. Can you lift it safely? Do you need help? Establish a base. One of the things of establishing a base is good footwear. Are you going to slip when you grab the object? Bend at the hips, bend at the knees, keep your chest pointed at the horizon through the duration of the lift. Keep items close. Move your feet. Avoid turning or twisting while holding a heavy object. Use your feet to change direction, taking small steps. Lead with your hips as you change direction, keeping your shoulders and hips in line. When lifting, think twice, lift once. And remember, when you're lifting, engage your core before engaging the load. Keep your nose between your toes, keep your chest pointed at the horizon, which keeps your back straight. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation. Thanks for watching. And remember, as always, we've got your back.